I lost some poems today. I've lost poems in the past. This time was different. Seems like I was just writing to be writing. Lots of sort of poems, but mostly lost poems. Seems like I no longer like to feel pain to write. Scrape my knuckles off the tree bark. Seems like most days I'm barking at myself in traffic rather than seeing the beauty in chaos, then seeing the opportunity to create something out of nothing. It seems like this pain I don't want to share, not ready to release it to the world. Seems like I'm keeping it in, as if keeping it in would make it seems like it didn't happen. I find myself dancing around the hi-hat is better than the roller coaster ride of the bass line. And everybody knows what one dance can do. I rebooted my laptop today, and usually my sort of poems come back on the screen. But this time, my laptop said, fuck it, got sick of my shit. I guess I got the message. Still don't know, because this pain is busting out my chest cavity. And I thought I was the Hulk, but I wasn't dreaming big enough. And like Big E said, Thanos put me in my place. Or maybe this is me trying to master the process of life. I don't know, but it's time to let it out. Let the world know what's coming isn't good. Nothing to smile about, like a tsunami washing you away in the night.
Welcome to the Smokin' Rhyme Show.
What are we here for? What do you truly want? When change is not enough, what do you do? What are we here for? What do you truly want? When change is not enough, what do you do? Let's talk about it, the problems we face. Let's fight hatred, no time to waste. The mind is naked, we can see it without an x-ray. Life is easy if we work together. We're the keepers, we're the people, we're all equal, filled with purpose. The past has pain, it'll drive you, even make you take aim. But together is where we should aim. Together is where we should. What are we here for? What do you truly want? When change
Be like that.
is not enough,
Excuse me.
what do you do?
Listen to Smoking Rhymes, baby. My name is Rex45.
Big E.
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, you know what it is, brother. Hard work at the grind. Finally getting some oxygen time. You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing my memorial green because my team got, they gave a valiant fight. But in the end, they just let the air out like a balloon at the end of the party.
They should have won.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely was the superior team only when they felt like playing, though.
Mm-hmm.
So they just didn't feel like playing, I guess.
I don't know, brother, man.
Maybe we should have gave them an early Thanksgiving. Make them feel like it's in the middle of the season or something. I don't know.
And we're gonna talk about more in the show because I assume. I know.
I'd like to talk about what is personally affecting me first.
Right.
So, we definitely gonna get on it later, though.
You know what I'm saying? So, how's life, man?
If I could figure out this betting thing, then we gonna work it out. Cause all my guesses be right.
Okay.
And I know as soon as I get on there, all of them's gonna be wrong.
You just need the courage to just go bet.
I'm making picks now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm making picks and stuff, not on the app or anything, but I'm just making picks. You know what I'm saying? to see. I pick this team. I write the stuff down. I do a little research.
Right.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm doing that, and then I've been winning a lot with the choices, and some of my coworkers as well.
So you're not putting any money down.
No, I haven't lost a dime yet.
Okay. Then. All right.
So this is my issue with the apps. They all want me to give them my my routing number, my bank account.
They want your money, bro.
And I'm like, man, I don't like giving people access to that. Can I just give you 500?
You know how that work?
Just let me give you 500. You don't need
Go
access to
go
my
see
account.
Louis 4 streets over, knock 2 times, kick once, and cough. That's what you do.
Hey, Louis, I'm outside.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. This is. I know people love gambling, and I'm already jumping into the show, so we'll talk about it. But it's very addictive, and people lose real cash.
But on the flip side, I do know some very lucky people.
Oh, a few do get lucky.
And then I know some people who go by the numbers analytically and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And they seem to be doing very well.
Listen, man.
Very, very, very well.
Not everybody's lucky.
This is true.
I'm not that lucky.
This is true.
So
But I mean, you're a logical man.
Is that what it is? So that's why
I feel like that you could look at the data that they have available, and you can make an educated guess.
For sure.
And you would still be over 50%.
Right, but then it's a part-time job type of thing, because it's not like you're gonna do. I want to just do one bet, cash out. You know what I'm saying? You have to play it, because you're right.
No, it's you just replace time with other stuff. The time that you used to be on Insta or other things, now you're just gonna be looking at odds and stats.
I don't know. I'll take my odds in promoting Smokin Rhymes and whatnot. So.
I'm gonna say this. This is somewhat amazing, but a friend of mine, he played this parlay.
Uh-huh.
And the parlay was, if this player gets one turnover only the whole game,
right, then
it paid out ridiculous odds.
Okay. Right.
And the dude was averaging like 8 turnovers.
So what are you telling me?
He put he had $5 left, so he put $5 on it.
Yeah.
This dude won $6,400
right.
off of $5. The dude got 1 turnover and then got injured. They dragged him off the court. And he only played the first 4 minutes. And my boy won $6,400 on that. And I was like, from $5?
Okay.
He was like, bro, the odds were ridiculous.
All right.
And I mean, I feel like if I gambled, I would take just all the weirdest stuff.
All right. Listen, man, I live vicariously through you. I love to hear the stories. Because
haven't you listened to my story? I'm scared. I don't want to lose no money. I keep doing it for fake. I do it for fake and I win.
Okay, that's enough.
As soon as I do it for real,
all right.
As soon as I do it for real, they're gonna be like, "Thank you."
Yep.
And I'm gonna be sure, like, yo, this is definitely gonna win. I'm gonna put 500 on it. Man,
listen, I saw some dude said they lost like $1 billion. Listen, man. I mean, look, it's a game, it's a sport. I get it. If you're good at it, you're gonna sit at the top. I ain't good at it.
I looked at the poker championship. This guy won the largest hand ever recorded, like $20-something million on one hand of cards.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? And come to find out, he saw the opponent's cards.
Okay.
And that's why he went whole hog and all in.
Hey, listen, good luck to those folks. My name is Rex. It's the Smokin Rhyme Show.
Big E.
Check it. Girl, you are a player and I'm a not incredible, just better next to you. Words stay true, for that I love you. To make them ends, travel 767. Up in the air, girl, don't feel like heaven. Know you get lonesome, think the boy roaming. Yo, it's not an omen, I see you at Logan. Jumped in the roof, let's keep the fire blazing. Inhale, exhale, everything amazing. What we do now, this is what we say. Everything right, everything is so nice. Dinner for two, girl, you know candlelight. This is that joy, can you stay this night?
Give me what you got, girl. Give me what you got. Shake that, girl. Give me what you got. Give me what you got, girl. Give me what you got. Shake that, girl. Give me what you got. Oh, give me what you got, girl. Give me what you got. Shake that, girl. Give me what you got. Give me what you got, girl. Give me what you got. Shake that, girl. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, girl? It's all about us, you know? Like we do that body. Give me what you got, girl. Give me what you got. Shake that, girl. Give me what you got. Give me what you got, girl. Give me what you got. Shake that, girl. Give me what you got, girl. Give me what you got, girl. Give me what you got. Shake that, girl. Give me what you got. Give me what you got, girl. Give me what you got. Shake that, girl. Give me what you got, girl. Give me what you got, girl. Give me what you got. Shake that, girl. Give me what you got. Give me what you got, girl. Give me what you got. Shake that, girl. Give me what you got.
Well, Greg Roy representing for Smokin Rhymes with Rexy 45 and Big E on what? B87 FM. So now, life is precious. And the things, the gifts that life gives us reminds us each day that possibilities are endless. Bringing love across the world, good vibration. To every boy and every girl in this generation. Tell you now, the what you need to survive. Take what you want to stay alive. Don't let them get you down, yes. Oh no. Get out, get out, get out. Ah, yeah. See the world. Ooh, yeah. Get out, get out, get out. Ah, yeah. The world is waiting for ya. We've got to find a way to see the future. I'm telling you, what you need to survive. Take what you want to stay alive. You should know that good and evil lives within your soul. Don't give in to negative vibe. Let the goodness take control. The good you do today is the blessings that haunt you the rest of your days. So when you rise in the morning, my friend, Smokin Rhymes said to do good always. Do good always. I'm telling you, do what you need to survive. Take what you want to stay alive. And don't let them get you down. Get out, get out, get out. Get out, get out, get. See the world world is waiting for you. Get out, get out, get out of the negative place. Get out of the negative place. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Get out, get out of that bad relationship. Get out of the negative friendship. Get out of the darkness now. Get out, get out. Ooh, no, no. Ooh, no, no. Don't let anything put your flame out.
I can't breathe. 91 Rodney King, beat down 56 times with the baton. That is not the baton we need to pass on. Latasha Harlan's 15, gunned down, no justice or jail time for the killer. But another man mistreats his dog and gets 31 days in the slammer. Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, now a black family cries, I can't breathe. Michael Brown shot 6 times before seeing a 9 to 5. Tamir Rice, Walter Scott, Elton Sterling, unarmed citizens shot. Kids should be cherished, not perished. I'm saying stop. Silence the violence. Stop because we shouldn't be used to it. Stop before you are used to. Just because she's black doesn't mean she's less than. We want to teach our kids a lesson. We should teach them not to lessen. What should we title a war involving a country at war with itself? Cold War is taken. So was World War I, II, and III. How about World War Me? Because it's a selfish tone taking a life because they are skin toned differently. Prejudice is a pro-Judas mindset. As I believe in Black Lives Mattering, I also believe launching 50 pieces of silver bullets only means death is increasing. Blood and anger boil on American soil. I remember tragedies like 9/11 brought us together. What are we gonna do if attacked and we're already fighting our brother? It's far worse to be sick in the mind than the body. You can love others and be sick in body, but if the mind is deathly ill, you might think, I don't want to look at that face, but there's someone that lockets that face. Rest in peace should not be our motto. Live in peace should. What if we could take a pledge of allegiance, not just to the flag, but to our peers? Unlock hearts, lock arms, bear arms. What if we unite on what we agree on? We agree children need their fathers, don't we? That mothers love their sons? That life is precious and we all hunger for peace under one sun? Look from a bigger eye view. Unplug the poison ivy. You're a plant, not a weed. Can't color the world with only white. Can't color with only black. It's like setting up a brown canvas using only brown paint cans. The greatest minds through history are all the same color. Our brains, our hearts, all the same color. The best-selling book says there's neither Jew nor Gentile. It's like we're all coffee. Nothing wrong with a different brew. White, light, dark mix, we're all the real deal, dude. Paint me black, red, or blue. I breathe in and out just like you do. If we want to prove hashtag all lives matter, we need to prove black ones do. Dear African Americans, I'm sorry I've been nothing more than a bystander. I've used the excuse that the news is always bad news, so I won't watch it. But if I don't watch it, how can I know how to help it? If I felt demeaned for my ethnicity, I'd be angry too. If one race says I can't breathe, we're all suffocating. Once I was a teen, at a corner store browsing, then quickly accused of stealing, told my big bro what happened. He didn't question. He marched directly into the store and said to the clerk, I hope you didn't accuse him because of his color of skin. I want to be a brother that marches into the store with you. Like Jesus Christ, who stood up for human rights, sacrificed for human wrongs. When people were treated as dogs, he didn't bring change with killing, he brought it with healing to the point of his death. In the end, we will not remember the attack of enemies, but the silence of friends. Dr. King said, I can't breathe unless they can. Hate plus hate equals, you do the math. Death doesn't need our help, and I love hate is equivalent to I hate love. I'm not choosing sides, I'm choosing lives. Wise men know the color of skin is not indicative of the content of heart. I say we exchange racism for embracism, rediscover amazing gracism. Because being black should not be a disadvantage. Neither should being yellow, brown, or the fact that you wear blue. The advantage should be human being alive, being you.
Yeah. You listen to the Smokin' Rhyme Show. My name is Rex45.
Big E. Being you.
Being you.
Because I know what it's like to be me.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's good. You should. Man, let's get into it, man. You know, news.
Is there any news?
Oh, listen, man, there's a lot of news.
Yeah, well, depends on where you're looking.
But you want to start local, or you want to, you want to talk about the folks that have thrown their hats in the ring to run for president?
No, because they threw the hats in, we kicked them back out. We are not accepting.
I think
Can
so.
we say that? Can we tell them? No, we're not accepting.
Well, yeah, because when it's time to vote, that's how you say that.
Yeah, well, you know.
You know, so
Silence is violence.
apparently they're going to raise the debt ceiling.
And why wouldn't they? They have every single time they needed to.
And listen, can I raise my debt ceiling?
Hey, they made space for Ukraine, I guess. I don't know what's going on.
You know, it's interesting that, you know, these politicians that they just continue to, you know, just hike up the bill.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and keep making deals, and throwing us on our backs.
Man, look, that's like the coworker who they want to ask if you could do the job well. You trying to get a promotion. And you like, yeah, well, we're going to talk to your coworkers about you. Yo, so how do you think your friend did the job? He telling you, yo, look, man, if you buy my lunch, there was a hitch to it. Just help me out, brother.
Just help me out.
Yeah, I don't understand people.
It's pretty wild. So you know, I know you're Ron. What's the governor's name down in Florida?
Dizzy DeSantos.
Dizzy.
He's wilding, man. He's wilding. There's a lot of jobs down there. Anybody want to do some manual labor jobs? There's plenty of them down there right now.
Yeah, there are a lot of jobs, but he's off his rockers, and like you were saying at the beginning, like, you know, I think folks that don't vote will or vote for someone else that's making more sense than him. Will show them like, hey, you know, he's catering to the old people, and I hate to say it like that, but you know, people who are, and you know, I don't want to get any flack for it saying what is the term for when you're talking about old people? Because didn't Don Lemon call somebody a has-been or something like that and lost his job?
I'm just gonna call them old motherfuckers.
Anyway, I guess when you know, so I don't. He's catering to a lot of old people, and they have a different way of thinking than the rest of us. And there's still a lot of old people running around. Still a lot of old people who pay their bills on time and do all these good things and stuff like that. Not like the rest of us. So, you know, that's the problem. You know, he's talking to some old people that just don't get it. You know, and there's a big transition from the 80s to now. So if you were born in the 40s, 50s, you know, you have a whole different mindset. And Florida is full of old people. I'm sorry.
You still outside yelling, "Get off my lawn!" You know you old. I mean, well, you know what? They feel like they're the lost people. I feel like they're the most neglected. And when someone says something directed toward them, then what else they got to do today?
Yeah.
Play a little bingo. Think I'll go vote. Go to the supermarket. You know, I mean, back in the good old days where people used to campaign by word of mouth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What you heard about them. And somebody got to tell a story. Or you go to the rally so you really see what's happening.
Right.
Politics has evolved so far that now people don't even care if you're lying.
Right.
Yeah, well, he only lied twice. It ain't like he lied all the time. No, he do. He lies all the time, yo.
All the time.
Yeah, it's just funny to me.
Yeah.
I never understood politics. Like, yeah, clearly he's lying.
Clearly he's lying.
Is anybody else not looking at this?
I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't know, because keep in mind, we're paying we're paying them.
Yeah, definitely.
We're paying
them to do whatever they want. They're supposed to represent us and do what the people want. Yeah. No, they just, here, this is what I want to do. Y'all down? Yeah. No, that's not how it works.
Not at all.
Well,
And
at least that's what we thought, right?
we thought, because you look at Social Security, and I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, well, if Social Security is going to be done in 10 years, why am I paying? Why should I pay into it then, right? Because
well, maybe we'll make it under the wire. 10 years from now, we'd be like, all right, we'll take an early one.
seriously, it's you think about that. It's kind of like these people are telling us, hey, this is not going to be around, but they're still taking our money. It's like, does that make sense?
And they just increased the pay to the people currently on it.
Yeah.
To meet up with
Current times.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's very weird that, we're paying people to screw us.
If you think about it, man, a lot of people, way people's stuff is set up, if you pass away, you don't get nothing. Social Security don't give you nothing.
No. Well, you might be able to get it to if you're married, you can get it. The spouse. Well, I don't know if that's every state, but I think it is. But I think in that case you can.
So then all you saying is she's sitting there stalling you out like, boy,
I'm getting his.
Can't wait till
He's
you
like,
die
I'm getting
first.
hers. Yeah. Nah.
She's feeding you bacon sandwiches, sweet Kool-Aid all day. Here you go, baby.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
That's possible, man. So yeah, I'm not gonna beat the drum like that, but folks that are trying to tell other folks how to live and who they should be shouldn't be the leader of your community, your city, your state, your country.
I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but what you need to do is, and that's how they usually start.
Right. Because I think good leaders are ones that can keep the death toll down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like let's get basic, right? I think that's, what real leaders can do, and not tell us, how we should look and be and call ourselves or whatever. But
in all honesty, I'm not even sure that people dying is the bad thing. I mean, in all honesty, we overpopulating the hell out of cities. Granted, there's plenty of land in the middle of the country, but don't nobody want to live there.
Right.
So everybody's crammed up on top of each other. You can't continue to live like that. Something got to thin out the herd. The little COVID-19 came through, polished everybody off. You know what I'm saying? Made a whole bunch of extra housing. A lot of apartments that you've been waiting on for a long time finally came open. I'm telling you. I mean, it's a necessary evil of life.
I'm not laughing because it's funny.
It's true. It's the overcolonization. If any alien race would come to this planet, the first thing they would say is, "Damn, this place is infested with some kind of animal." They're building all kind of structures on it. You know what I'm saying? We would just be crazy. They're like, look at them. They're killing each other. It's just amazing.
No.
And they would be dazzled by the amount of power and energy we put into fighting each other.
Yeah. Yeah, good point, man. So
go tell them to come through, take the dolphins, and just bounce. It's the only intelligent life left. Pick them up.
For those don't know, Hitchhiker's Guide.
For sure, definitely.
You might be right about that. It's yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't. So what you're saying is these politicians are possibly doing all this so we can thin the herd.
They don't care. They make money off of disaster. You know how this COVID-19 was the richest thing to ever happen. Millionaires quadrupled their worth.
Yeah, I don't think it's even that. I get what you're saying because we're getting to a point where it's getting ridiculous for sure. But I don't even think they're thinking that. I think they're just filling their pockets. They're not. They're not even caring about that because
making the rich richer, and that's it.
If they did, they would look at a lot of things because I'm no scientist or anything like that. But if you kept sucking fluids out of me, I think eventually something's gonna be wrong.
I'm gonna run dry.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm running a couple quarts low.
I'm just saying, and I'm a big motorhead, but we've been sucking all type of things outside this the place that we get to stay on. And for a very long time, and we act like change shouldn't happen or not, because again, if we were doing this to anything else, you know, we would recognize that. So, I don't, you know, it's unfortunate because there are a lot of, you know, there are a lot of greedy people.
This is true.
It's just greedy. You know, we put so much value on money that it's absurd.
I don't
You know what I'm
care
saying?
what everybody say. Money make life easier.
No, I get that.
The way you make it is what makes your life complicated.
Right. I get it because it makes sense. But we're putting like we need to be at this point. You know, we need to have this much money. It's beyond being good people. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how you got the money. And I get it why people hustle, because the politicians do what they do, and eventually you say fuck the law. Eventually you say it because you see what the politicians are doing, and they're playing around the law, but they're getting rich, and you're sitting here trying to make ends meet, and you're trying to make ends meet, and you're hoping for your break, and you're hoping for your break.
He said, "This wick ain't gonna cut it. Not this week." okay, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, so that's the so you know, we look, if you look at see what's going on in the world, that's why a lot of people don't care, and we see it on the streets and in a lot of places. It's what am I gonna get? And I don't care what you get, and I don't care if you're breathing. You know, because that's what it is. You know, and that's, I don't want to say we're getting to the wild wild west, but you know what I'm saying, people are shooting out. And it's just, you know, we're not being compassionate. We're not even looking out for our neighbors like that. I mean, unless
everybody has that vision in their head. You know, if they ever in the circumstance that there is big money on the table, if there's like $5 million cash in the room,
right?
Of course, I'm gonna kill everybody. I'm killing everybody and I'm leaving.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And hopefully it works out, and if it doesn't, then I'm sitting in jail for life. So you know. It's a gamble,
right? And that's the other part of it, right?
Yeah,
for to obviously the people out there that, you know,
accept your circumstances. You did it, dummy.
Yeah, no, but you know, it's yeah. To work, we know to work for people is not always easy. So
because their job is not to get you paid. Their job is just to keep you
Paid.
employed.
Yeah. They get paid.
They cutting all the money off the top.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's crazy. So, yeah, I think folks that are younger, that realize that some of these Looney Tunes are in office and should be getting out. If the game is rigged, you got to play the politics. You know what I mean? And get these people out because, you know, they're mad.
That goofy old ass man.
No, they're mad, and they're gonna keep pitting us against each other. You know, that's what they're gonna continue to do. So, but you know, when don't tell me what to do. Like that's it. Just don't tell me what to do.
I believe that they selectively give certain people money because they know the effect it will have on others.
Well, listen, anything is possible. You know, anything is possible there, but no, it's absurd. So, you know, go vote these people out, and I'll tell somebody, you know, if you're looking for change, throw yourself. Look, I know it'd be hard to be a politician because the game is to a point where you're gonna be beholden to somebody.
Yeah, we can't get somebody in their 60s that got a little bit of sense left. You know what I'm saying? Do we really got to go straight to retirement age? Like, you supposed to be at home playing golf. Now you running the whole country. Now it's aging you twice as much as it was before. Man, please.
Right.
Go sit your old behind down.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think Joe should probably be a one-term prez and leave it to the younger folks because
all I'm going to say is y'all voted for him.
No, listen, he was the better of the two. Dude, that's for sure because, like, you know,
I put my own name on the ballot.
As you rightfully should.
As you write somebody in, I wrote my own name in.
As you rightfully should, man. We're gonna play a song or two and get into the Pot Cafe and continue on down this road. My name is Rex45.
Big E.
It's the Smokin' Rhyme Show.
Yeah.
We used to walk as lovers, now we're sparring at the bar. Accusation flying, like love is just a lie. Yeah, my mind wants to go, but my heart can't say goodbye. And now we're staring out of space, wondering from here we go. Oh, and who gets the lead? We don't really know. What about the dog? And what will the children say? Oh, or think it's their fault? We all in this together. What about the walls? I give you everything you wanted, but still you run out on me. I give you everything you needed, but still you run out on me. I give you everything you want, but still you run out on me. Yeah, but still you run out on me. I want the left to back. I want the left to back. Because that is the fact. We have to handle that. Yeah. Cause emotions get rude. We all in this together. Ooh, yeah. And girl, I really wanna let you know the things you did to me, I don't really want you no more. I give you everything you wanted, but still you run out on me. I give you everything you needed, but still you run out on me. I give you everything you want, but still you run out on me. Yeah, but still you run out on me. But still,
I know what you're thinking, but I handle my biz. The truth of the matter, had to think about my kids. For what do I tell you, bit for pushing back a wig? And for my little girl, freedom's a lot to give. Don't want no jailhouse, man, become the fugitive. Nowhere to really run, pictures on the wall. Police everywhere, man, better to make me fall. So I swallow my pride, watch I mess up my ride.
I give you everything you wanted, but still you run out on me. I give you everything you needed, but still you run out on me. I give you everything you want, but still you run out on me. Yeah, but still you run out on me. But still you run out on me.
Get better grace of a better face. You should never miss. I keep on my grace on my better days. The beast, the missing. Life is so far away. You guys make this sacrifice if you want to survive. We own our right to life, and why do we have to strive if we almost die? Life is a piece of shit. Story before glory. Why I go for peace? Life is so full of sense. Crocodile tears and lies. Music never dies. Oh yo 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 yo. Oh no 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 no. Oh yo 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 yo. Oh no 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 no. Oh yo 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 yo. Oh no 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 no. Oh yo 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 yo. On the low, long thing on the low. On the low, long thing on the low. I be the music messiah. I be the music messiah. On the low, long thing on the low. On the low, long thing on the low. Anything that actually come to pass, cause I make a sound that never dies. Oh yo 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 yo. Oh no 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 no. Oh yo 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 yo. Oh no 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 no. Oh yo 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 yo. Oh no 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 no. Oh yo 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 yo. Paris sees what I mean. Them pop see, them mom see, them know if you reach me. I get better, grace up a better face. You should never face. I keep on my grace on my better days. The beast, the misses. On the low, long thing on the low. On the low, long thing on the low. I be the music messiah. I be the music messiah. On the low, long thing on the low. On the low, long thing on the low. Anything that actually come to pass. Cause I make a sound that never die.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. Roll, light, smoke, hey, roll, light, smoke, hey, roll, light, smoke, hey, roll, light, smoke. Break the Spanish down in my rollie and I'm scrolling it up. We put the whole 7 in it, you ain't holding it up. Hitting 12 in the lane while we sparking it up. Rex at 45 and Big Eaters soon the city show up. But the city been waiting, we been cooking and baking. Planning, putting that cake in, plotting, moving and shaking. LeBron, Steph Curry with the rock, shake the pot. There's some big boss cannabis talk, cultural elevation.
Ain't no telling where we taking this thing from here. It's 420 in this world somewhere. Outside, stay rolling it up. I know, stay rolling it up. What's up? Ain't no telling where we taking this thing from here. If you feeling me, put one in me. West side, stay rolling it up. East coast, stay rolling it up. What's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome. You already know what time it is. Roll one, smoke one, but I ain't gonna tell you what to do. Because I don't do that. Welcome to the Pot Cafe. You know, we have some information from a previous story we had. Remember, there was a cannabis death in, this was in Massachusetts. It was in Holyoke.
Okay.
And from what I read, the person was doing pre-rolls, and he inhaled the dust from it.
Oh, right. Were they working at a dispensary?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So he died, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So the repercussions for that company is massive.
Oh, wow.
First of all, they were fined for the worker's death, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that, they're supposed to shut down all their locations in mass. They're going to only have one in Connecticut. They're shutting down their grow operations. They're shutting down their distributions in Las Vegas.
Wow.
They're shutting down all their shows. The only one they're keeping is the Connecticut one.
Wow.
And they have stores in Miami, California, Massachusetts. They're selling all of their warehouses here, their grow facility here, everything.
Okay. So there's some license available, people.
Well, I mean, I'm wondering if the person who passed away got some kind of landmark judgment. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The guy passed away working there. Y'all have no regulation on that. You know, you're liable.
Who knows what else they found, though, too, you know?
Yeah, well, you know, what conditions was good. I mean, there's probably a lot behind it.
Right.
I mean,
That's very massive.
They don't have a story that explains exactly what happened.
Okay.
But they're saying by the end of the year, the company's supposed to be shutting down a whole bunch of stuff. So I mean, that's unfortunate. I mean, I know safety is it's supposed to be number one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to want to protect your workers and your employees so that y'all can have a good relationship,
Right.
And they can come into work every day.
Yes, sir.
So you know, we got so many different places that was finding them. OSHA fined them.
Mm-hmm.
They paid over $14,000 to Occupational Safety and Health Administration.
A lot of payoffs.
That's a lot of payoffs. And then I'm pretty sure the family went straight to civil court.
Right.
And they probably got the largest judgment ever.
All right. They had to have found him at fault. I mean, you know, yeah, wow. So marijuana deaths, huh?
And all you got to do is be in a state that they're against cannabis, and they were just waiting for something to happen. And once this thing happened, then all of a sudden, it's this and that, and you broke this rule. Now they're regulating. Now they're probably raising the price on everything. So
yeah, you're right. I was thinking of that. Like, you know, they're going out of business, so I mean, I don't know how much of a hit they're going to take, but I assume they're going to get absorbed up by some other people.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they're
So-
liquidating.
So,
But they're closing theirs, and they're going to. I don't even know if they're leasing the property. Do they own the properties?
Well, yeah, but
Is
I assume that insurance is going to pay out whatever the thing is, but they're out of business for sure.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure at this point they're uninsurable.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't know how much money. I don't know how long their money are, so who knows? But I don't know who these people are.
Well, they have 9 locations.
Yeah, so
I mean,
that's a lot of money.
they got to be in their own grow houses and
Yeah.
their own warehouses.
And if they distribute to other places,
yeah, they're a big distributor in Vegas. So,
right? Yeah.
I mean,
So that's a big hit for that, and I'm not saying it's not right. That's a big hit. I would be, I would like to know how much of the dust, how long was they were working for the day, or is it something that accumulated over time?
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think I've ever breathed in any dust.
Well, I mean, if you did this, you're not working in a dispensary.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if you look at drywall, right? If you have a little square piece and you're working with it, whatever, and a little bit of dust come up, I mean, that's still a lot of dust.
Oh, well,
But you know what I'm saying? Versus,
I done breathed in brake dust.
well,
I know what it is.
you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
It
so
won't kill you right away.
yeah.
It's gonna settle in your brain first.
So I think that's most important, because I think for people that could be worried, at least it'll calm the mind. I'm curious because we've set a time, like, marijuana for the most part is pretty safe, but here's an instance where somebody lost their lives.
Yeah, but I have a flip side story to that.
Okay.
So I understand that this man passed away from cannabis, but it says this is a study by the American Medical Association.
I'm really trying to figure out how much to not smoke for that to happen to me, but I would like to know.
But this is a study by the American Medical Association, and it says that marijuana is associated with significant and sustained health improvements.
Okay. All right. I take that back.
So I mean, just don't breathe it in.
Yeah.
It's not cocaine. You cannot snort it.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a good point.
But I mean, there's plenty of cases. Everybody knows that terminally ill cancer patients, it helps ease their pain. It helps with eating food. It helps a lot. And we know since cannabis has been legalized in a lot of places that opioid use
Mm-hmm.
has dropped.
Right. That is absolutely true.
Yeah. So I mean, it's got to be some positives because it's keeping me from killing people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be like, thank you. I couldn't even believe how much a psychiatrist and them drugs cost.
Right.
It's ridiculous. So self-medicate, man.
Self-medicate is what you're going with.
Definitely.
Okay.
Ease my mind, quiets that voice in the back of my head, like, nah,
Mhm.
get back up, go back to the car,
Mm-hmm.
and go handle your business. I don't do that no more.
No more, no more, no more, no more.
Definitely the anger management classes worked very
Okay.
well. So I mean, there's a flip side. There's always an upside to every story and a downside to every story.
Right.
It all depends on who's against it
Mhm.
and who has the power.
Right.
If the people against it have the power, then the media is going to write the story like, oh, this man died. It was killed by this. No, come on, man. I don't care what kind of dust it is. If you breathe in any kind of dust, if you breathe in sand
Mm-hmm.
for a sustained a lot of time, it will rot your brain out. I mean,
Right.
come on, man. It just his just happened to be cannabis dust,
Right.
and I wouldn't even know what the symptoms would be for something like that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And, it's unfortunate because it's never a good thing when somebody loses their lives under any circumstance. And that's the part that's the worst because, again, you're absolutely right. It's working in any kind of factory that's not properly ventilated. And especially when you're grinding it down so fine. It's one thing if you're handling the flour.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? And so it's, yeah.
And plus you're mass producing them. So I'm pretty
Right.
sure you got a big table with holes in it, filters in
yeah.
it.
And
You're dumping it and shaking it all over the place to get it in, and
Yeah.
you're packing, and
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's probably all
So-
kind of crap in the air.
I hope there's some. Well, I mean, it's a new old industry. And so, I hope down the road the regulations that do come up with, they feel they deal with this problem, and I think there's going to be other problems that you can't foresee when you're doing something like this and trying to have it as regulated to make sure you don't get bad bud, right? Yeah. At the end of the day,
there's how-to movies. You
yeah.
know? You didn't see how Nino Brown did it? Everybody had masks on, titties out. Now,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Yeah. Everybody get your game right. First of all, protect yourself. I feel like if I went in there the first day and was breathing shit in, the second day, I would be in there with a mask on.
Right, but that's because you've had experience in other jobs. I think if you're 18, 19, and you know nothing about these things, and at that age you think you're invincible. There's a lot of jobs in the past I probably should have had a mask on that, I was just like, whatever.
Messing with some lead or asbestos. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And so you're young, you're dumb, at the end of the day. So it's unfortunate, but again, this is, maybe we should have got somebody who was moving cocaine to oversee, and give some input because in those, from what I can tell from movies, they usually
got a mask on.
Yeah, everybody got a mask on. They got the whole jumpsuit on too, but I think that's for not leaving with the product.
Definitely. I mean, don't be scared when you're at home by yourself with your little grinder. No, that's not going to do anything.
All right.
But if you're in a facility that mass produces
pounds and pounds
amount of pre-rolls and other things like that, it's going to be, and there's fans in there to keep the temperature proper.
I was just going to say that. So it's getting blown. So I think, businesses, hopefully they're not cutting corners, but there's going to be things that we're going to learn from incidents happen and stuff like that. Like, don't open one, retail store in New York. Right. I think they've learned their lesson,
For the whole 5 boroughs. Yeah, no, just one's cool.
Right.
For now.
You know what I'm saying? So, what else you got?
Well, I have to ask everyone to please make sure you go to the Smokin' Rhymes page and tell us what your favorite bud is going to be. What is your strand for the summertime? Because summer is right around the corner, people. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite brand? What have you been traveling with all winter? What have you been smuggling on planes?
Don't say it like that.
I'm saying, because you know what I'm saying? If your state sells marijuana, more than likely, when you leave, you're going to have some on you. They know. They know. Don't act like they don't know.
You might have a point there.
I'm saying. You come to the airport, you probably smoked one just before you got in the Uber.
Well, some states, like LA, I think you can fly with bud. And airlines are, check your airlines. I'm not telling you what to do.
They also have a chicken drop box.
Right.
If you chicken out with your stuff, you can throw it in there before you leave.
Right. I meant to say airport, not airlines. But no, I think it's getting lax with more. I think we have 22, 23 states now where it's recreational. I don't remember off the top of my head what
that's
the
half. That's half, man.
So I don't know what your math you're looking at, but
that's half.
But so it's more lax, and for sure, which makes sense. It makes sense to be because it was misplaced. What else you got? That's it.
Well, if the math ain't mathing, don't start counting. That's all I got to say about that.
My name is Rex 45.
Big E.
My enemies in my afterlife. Am I to believe I live in paradise? Come back to earth and walk the streets at night. Walk the streets at night. Walk the streets at night.
They say keep your enemies closer. Mine are on the wall like posters. These felonious imposters, friends of the people. They see, they speak, and they know a little evil. Love where you from? Well, people look around. Security's been breached, just to say the least. Who talks of peace? While in the night, people, they all lose lives. War exists without an exit, like an uppercut to your gut. Fret, yes, government won't come to your rescue like Russell hustle, and who pays the price on the tussle? We the motherfucking people. So think out the box just for a second and witness what happens next. See Clarity's that mother that shakes the cool talking Johnny Walker off his rockers like 1,000 rosters fighting Babylon chanting.
Will I see my enemies in my afterlife? Am I to believe I live in paradise? Come back to earth and walk the streets at night, walk the streets at night, walk the streets at night. Will I see my enemies in my afterlife? Am I to believe I live in paradise? Come back to earth and walk the streets at night, walk the streets at night, walk the streets at night.
Gender-based bias race can't leave a good taste. On with fear, this the picture they paint. So now let my kids stray far from base. They got me watching neighbors like the CIA. Contempt, Twitter, twist, and the era bullshit. Remove logic and still govern for dummies and shit. We the people don't have enough money. We the people don't find this funny. And equal opportunity works if we were equal. This the trilogy, man, we way past the sequel. Ground Zero got me watching Channel Zero, shedding tears on sidewalk for dead heroes. In that moment they gone, but they're not forgotten. And in a time of war, bad things happen. And at times we shoot first, ask questions last, leaving pictures worth thousands after the flash.
Will I see my enemies in my afterlife? Am I to believe I live in paradise? Come back to earth and walk the streets at night, walk the streets at night, walk the streets at night. Will I see my enemies in my afterlife? Am I to believe I live in paradise? Come back to earth and walk the streets at night, walk the streets at night, walk the streets at night.
Now leaders concoct plots to cover their tracks, stripping life as we know with their Patriot Act. And we let them sell us bullshit reasons for that. With that, every phone email's permanently tapped. Everywhere safe, long as they get to search your sack. Now this hat rack isn't the smartest on the block, but only a fool less the dope man sells them crack. And fear the next man, didn't the Bible teach not to do that? In plain view, we watch what planes do. But who can argue it's what fear can do and has done? Take a look at Washington, friend or foe, we trust no one. I got ADT watching my front door, and Norton Street protects the back door for sure. So between ADT, the net, and Homeland Security, could this still be my land of opportunity?
Will I see my enemies in my afterlife? Am I to believe I live in paradise? Come back to earth and walk the streets at night, walk the streets at night, walk the streets at night.